Welcome to Tasker Terry Assembly. Today we're going to assemble this brand new wardrobe from IKEA. Starting off with hardware bag number 1 and these two side pieces of the wardrobe in this orientation. We're going to separate the drawer rails and prepare them first. Pay attention to the back grooves. That's the back of the wardrobe. The wheels on these slides always go to the front of the wardrobe. And we're going to start off with these little screws to attach those rails to the sides of the wardrobe. As I mentioned, this is a brand new wardrobe for IKEA, and personally it's one of my absolute favorites they have now. And then the same thing on the other side. Again, paying attention to the groove on the back of the panel, that is the back of the wardrobe. You'll notice in the instructions it does tell you to lay the 3 panels down on the floor. The very first panel doesn't need anything attached to it, and I didn't have sufficient room to lay it down, so you can see it there laying against the bed. That's the second and the third panel that's on the floor currently. So we're just going to reposition, and now we're going to put together the metal base of the wardrobe. So the two side pieces are identical. It doesn't matter which side is on which or which is in or out. What's going to matter are these pins need to go facing up and fit in the top hole. Now with the other side, keep an eye here. One side is different than the other, you'll see here. The spacing is different between the hole, so make sure you match them up. And same thing with this one, that pin on the piece faces up like that and fits into the top hole on the sides. And keep an eye to the spacing to make sure that you have them correct again. And if you're comfortable with power tools and you have the proper attachments, you can do that. Otherwise, you can use the supplied tool. Perfect. We'll get that out of the way and we'll get the base for the bottom now. So we're going to lay it down in this orientation. Notice the holes in the middle of the board are closer to me at this point. Now this is going to overhang, but you'll see this is the wrong orientation. The overhang has to go on the back. Well, what is the back facing me? It's actually the front of the wardrobe. Now you'll see that those holes line up. Four of those screws. I always like to start all of the screws by hand before using any kind of power tool. Just make sure if you are using power tools that you're not over tightening. Now we have these little gold decorative things that go on the bottom of the feet. They're strictly decorative. So they just sit into the hole. And then we take the adjustable feet and we're going to screw them in, and that holds it all together. Okay, now we're going to stand that up in this orientation. You can see the overhang is at the top right now. So that's actually the front of the wardrobe. Moving on to the next hardware bag for this part. So next we'll get some wooden dowels in those. Pay attention to which holes I put them in. So that's panel number 3, which is a side panel, and we just stand it up and line it up. We're going to use these screws. I always suggest that you thread them in by hand before using any type of power tool. If you're using the manual tool, then go right at it. Next we'll put the middle panel on with 2 dowel pins first. Into the appropriate holes. Don't use the holes that go right through, they're for the screws. And then we'll stand up panel number 2 so that the drawer rails are facing each other, just like that. That's the front of the wardrobe. Two more screws. Screw them in a little bit by hand first to make sure you're in the proper spots. And then panel 1, same thing, 2 dowel pins first. This shot here gives you a perfect example of what this should look like at this point. The metal base is overhanging on the front, the drawer rails are facing each other on panel 2 and 3, and they're facing the front. Okay, next we're going to put these small little cam screws, and I'll show you here where they go. There's a hole right there and a hole directly across from it. This is the inside of the wardrobe facing the same orientation that we were a minute ago. Right behind the camera is the base of the wardrobe. Same thing on this side, 2 matching holes. Hopefully my video is helping you out today, and if it has, give a like and a follow. Next, we're going to grab these 2 support brackets for the back. As well as some of these black fasteners. So pay attention to the orientation. You got to give those a bit of a push to get in there. You can give them a tap with a hammer if you need to. Just make sure that the flat part is lined up with the end of the board as shown here. They should sit right flush when they're pushed in. So next we're just going to lift each side ever so slightly to get that board under there and into the pin, just like that. Same thing with that one, lift it a little bit, and there it is. So while tightening these, we want to lift it ever so slightly just to make sure that it's perfectly in place, just like that. Same thing on the other side, just lift it a little bit. Now we'll lift that while we tighten each side. Awesome, next we're going to get those back panels in. So pay attention to the orientation of this first one. That one's going to go on the drawer side, and those holes, at least the lower hole, enables you to have cables or anything else through if you have an electronic device on the top shelf above the drawers. This is easier with two people. If you have a second person, they can sit down by the base there and help you slide it over everything. It's a little tricky by yourself to get the panel into the groove at the bottom, but enough wiggling around, you'll get it in there. And the second panel. Notice the hole at the top. And slide it all the way down and wiggle it into the spot in the base. There it is. Next we'll prepare the top. So you'll notice there's a large groove and a small groove. The small groove goes towards the back. The large groove is going to house the sliding drawers. Sorry, the sliding doors. So we're moving on to number 2 hardware bag now as well. These will help to keep the wardrobe backing in place and give it some extra stability. There are 2 spots for these. So pay attention to the orientation. We want it closer to the groove as shown. The backing will fit between that metal and the groove. Just pay attention here to which holes you're putting the pins in. We have to lift the wardrobe slightly to get the backing into place above those metal pins and into the groove. And then your screws. And start those by hand if you're going to use power tools. The fear is that the holes aren't lined up and you just use a power tool and ram that screw into the wrong spot and split the wood. So it's always best to do it by hand first. You get them all started, you can feel where the threads are and you can feel that you're in the proper location. Perfect. Now with some help, we're going to stand it up so we can work on the back of it. We're going to use these little retainer clips to hold the back in place. It's a wedge style. That's what it's going to look like. I'll give you a little peek what they look like once they're fastened in a minute. Unfortunately, today I'm not going to be able to show you how to mount it to the wall. The customer didn't want it mounted to the wall. They're not exactly sure where it's going to go yet. They don't have much room for it. So as you can see, there's 4 of those retainers for each of the top panels and 6 for each of the bottom panels. Okay, so we've got the retainers in place and that's what they should look like at this point, and that's the top metal clip there as well I wanted to show you. So this is the wall mounting kit. We're just going to put the two back pieces in, although we're not going to mount it to the wall today. That's how they would go. Okay, we're going to put these slide rails in for the front doors. They're just plastic. And this is the orientation. You put these end pieces on like this. Now you notice the hole and that end piece. We're going to be putting screws in there in a minute as well. So go all the way to the end, push it in. Other end, put the little piece. push it down all the way. Now we're going to do the same thing for the top. Now these are the screws for those holes I showed you in the ends. One in each end. Make sure you put the screw in all the way or the door might bump into it when you're trying to open it. And then two on the top, same thing. Alright, these are the attachments for the clothes rail for the left side of the wardrobe and two of those little screws. And they go right to the top. There's only one place they can go on each side. And those little screws I showed you, one on each side. And then we'll put the clothes rail into those brackets. Sorry for all the camera movement, but I'm trying to get the best position for you guys to see exactly what I'm doing. Alright, next we're going to work on this side. These tiny little cam screws fill all of these holes. So make sure you're putting them in far enough, but you don't want to over tighten them as well. They should just be flush. These are going to hold up the shelf, so you want them to be secure. And on the other side, same thing. And then we also have a shelf on the left side, and you have three different options for height, although there isn't a real big difference in either. I usually use the middle for a customer. You'll see what I mean in a second. Same thing, those small little cam screws. And I'm choosing the middle of the options. Perfect. Next we're going to prepare the shelves. Now you'll notice the 3 holes on each side. There's a bigger gap between the front and the back of the panel. I'll show you here in a second. I'm going to put in these little black retainers, the same we did for the 2 back braces. Just make sure they're facing the right orientation. I'll show you in a second. That's what they should look like. Push them in nice and flush. Tap them with a hammer if you have to. You'll also notice the 2 shelves I'm using are just flat shelves. They don't have a hole or anything in them. So pay attention here. There's a bigger area and that goes to the back. The shelf should line up to that middle, just like that. If it doesn't, you have the shelf backwards. And we're going to tighten all 6 of those screws. I can't really show you this one, but I'm going to show you the other ones, exactly how they're tightened. A little bit of downward pressure on the shelf as you're tightening them. And this one goes at the very top. So this is how you're going to tighten these once they're in place. To repositioned here so you can see what I'm doing. And this shelf goes right to the top pins. See how the shelf lines up flush with the middle, just like that. A little bit of downward pressure on the shelf as you're tightening those, just to make sure everything's in place. Now the shelf that's going to go right above the drawers is the one with the hole in it, and that enables you to pass any kind of power wires through that hole and out the hole in the back of the wardrobe. Same thing, 6 of those fasteners. Make sure they're all the way in and flush with the board. So that hole in the shelf is going to go to the back and sit right above the hole in the backing. And as I mentioned, that enables you to pass any kind of power wires through. If you want to put a clock radio, maybe a little TV or something there. A little bit of downward pressure and we'll tighten all those up. Next we'll work on the drawers. So you'll notice the drawer fronts have the groove in them. That's where the board in the bottom of the drawer is going to slide into. That's the bottom of the drawer. Now on the side pieces you'll notice the holes where the drawer slides are going to go. They should be matched up with the groove in the bottom of the front of the drawer. Get it into place and give it a good firm push down. Notice the orientation of the drawer while I'm pushing it down. On the other side, we want to make sure the 3 holes for the drawer rails are at the bottom of the drawer, which has the groove in it. You need a really good firm push to get that in there, and that's what it should look like at this point. Now we'll get the back of the drawer and hammer in the little metal retainers. Again, paying attention to the orientation, we want it closest to the groove. That's going to support the bottom of the drawer. And that's what it should look like. So for these, we're going to use the plastic cam pins and the cam locks that match. Okay, we'll get the drawer rails on there. Now pay attention to the orientation. This is wrong. The wheels always go to the back. That's what we want to see. Three of those little screws. Make sure you put them in all the way. If they're not in all the way, your drawer is going to catch on the other slides and not work properly. And that's one drawer down. The others are the exact same thing. Pay attention to the orientation. And that'll show you again. Those three holes need to match the same side where the groove is. Same as the first one, we're going to put in the steel retainer, making sure it's closest to the groove. That's going to support the drawer bottom. Four cam pins and 4 cam locks. Again, make sure those screws are in all the way or they're going to catch on the other drawer rails when you go to put the drawers in place. And we've got one more. 2 more. Same procedure as the other 2. Hopefully my video today is helping you out somewhat, and if it is, give me a like and a follow. I assemble a lot of IKEA furniture. I assemble a lot of furniture in general, but IKEA especially. I'll be posting new videos, multiple videos a week, tips and tricks as well. And one more to do. If you happen to put one of these side pieces in the wrong way, you can always push it back out the opposite way that you pushed it in. It does take a little bit of force, but just be gentle. You also want to make sure all of the tape is removed from these rails because they can gum up and cause the drawer not to slide very well. Okay, our drawers are done. We're going to get those in place now. So you just want to lean it forward and hook those wheels into each other like that and slide the drawer back. Easy peasy. Same thing, put it in a little bit of an angle, get the wheels in place, slide the drawer back. You can see that when I missed the rail on the right side. And there it is. Now we'll prepare the one sliding door. So pay attention to the orientation. Right there is the hole for the door knob. You'll see there are two different types of these plastic feet. One is adjustable, which is going on the bottom. Those are the adjustable ones. They just slide in from the bottom and they'll click into place. Click, just like that. And then the remaining two go on top. We want to retract those sliders first, just like that. One and the second one. Push it in, pull it back. Once the door is in place, we're going to put them back into the out position, and that's going to keep the door in place. It will fit into those plastic grooves that we put at the top and the bottom of the wardrobe. So once it's in place, we want to release those back to the full out position. So we're going to slide those grooves on the bottom into that plastic rail. Just like that. And you'll feel it slides really nice when it's in there properly. Now at the top, we're going to release those tabs back into the groove at the top, and that holds it in place. And then you'll notice where the doorknob hole is. We're going to do that. Just like that. The door doesn't close evenly on either side. It may need a slight adjustment, and those bottom pieces that we put into the door are adjustable. You just have to turn it clockwise or counterclockwise to adjust the door up or down on either side. So this one I just needed to adjust a little bit on the one side so it closes nicely to the left. And that's it. What a beautiful wardrobe from IKEA. If I've helped you today, give me a like and a follow. I appreciate it.